Ed-E Druckmann, Ed-E Druckmann. Listen to him on your iPod. That's right, on your iPod. Ed-E Druckmann, Ed-E Druckmann. No, not Bachman, we said Druckmann. And you shall laugh even longer and harder than when you saw Jennifer Lopez in Monster in Law. And now Ed-E Druckmann.
This is Ed-E Druckmann. And when I'm not getting up each morning and reviewing my life choices, neck in the noose or head in the oven, I'm bringing you the news. Memphis, Tennessee. The Weekly World News, the only publication that understands the real illegal alien problem, is from the Planet Syrup, reported perhaps the most bizarre Elvis sighting to date.
A little less conversation, a little more action.
An eyewitness says that the king said, "Thank you very much." Washington, D.C. Just when you thought it was safe to join the CIA again, fresh out of gastric bypass surgery, Karl Rove outed 2 more CIA agents by the names of Barbara and Jenna Bush. Yes, them. In blowing the twins' cover as spoiled, drunken party girls, Rove said, "I can't bear to see them put in harm's way. I love them, and I want the whole world to know it." In a related story, Rove became a Mormon in hope of making the Bush twins his wives. Ah, love. Frankfurt, Germany. The press secretary for German Chancellor Angela Merkel denied that when asked why the Teutonic leader served pig at a barbecue for George Bush, Merkel said, "To honor our guest with traditional Texas cuisine and to keep out the Jews." The press secretary went on to say that Chancellor Merkel would have served the roast pork if it kept Jews away or not. Today, I'm proud to say that Ed-E-torial has done our first bit of true investigative reporting. And the tip came from you. Yes, we found the real man behind George Bush, and it's not Karl Rove. He's known only as the man with the hat with the ear flaps. Well, let's get right to it. How did you become the man behind President George Bush?
Well, me and the missus was doing this tour of the White House in Washington, D.C., and I said to her, "Honey, after this I decided we're going to go to the Washington Monument, and then I decided we're going to have some Burger King. I decided you ain't going to have no more than French fries, king-size things, you know, because you're bloating up like a bullfrog." And well, the president happened to be walking by, and he overheard me, and he said to one of his aides, "This man's sure good at deciding stuff, so we need somebody like him in the administration." That's how he laughs. And next thing I knew, I had an office and a secretary.
Are we also to understand that it was you and not Donald Rumsfeld involved with the whole war in Iraq thing?
Yeah, I decided we should go to war in Iraq. Well, I got this report on my desk that somebody gave me, and it said, why we need to go to war in Iraq. Well, I didn't actually read it very much. I don't like to read, you know, I like television. I got one of them plasma screens, 42 inches. Anyway, but this report had a thing at the back, had coupons where I could get lifetime free gasoline. So I found that kind of compelling.
Well, Donald Rumsfeld. Sad to see him go?
Well, actually, there's a funny story about that, because I decided we should kick out Donald Rumsfeld quite a long time ago. But when he found out about it, he came to my office, and he said if I went ahead with that, he's going to send over Dick Cheney to take me quail hunting. So I decided we'd keep him for a while.
The whole Al Gore global warming issue, your thoughts?
Yeah, I decided that global warming was a myth, because my office ain't heated.
Okay, I knew we didn't want to hear that. Well, finally, long last, life after Bush.
Well, I don't know, I ain't decided.
Well, there you have it. What might even be history's précis of this administration. I just didn't give it that much thought. Now, before I close, I want to mention one special member of our web audience. He resides on Break.com and goes under the name SleddenX420. He's given his views on Ed-E-torial, and gosh darn, we want to thank him for that. So here's that contact info again. Thanks, SleddenX420. And if any of you want to show that same kind of support, we'll be happy to acknowledge you as well. Well, until next time, this is Eddie Druckmann, leaving you with a joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Boo. Boo-hoo. Huh. Don't cry. I'll be back with another Ed-E-torial soon. With different writers.
Eddie Druckmann, Eddie Druckmann, listen to him on your iPod, that's right, on your iPod. Eddie Druckmann, Eddie Druckmann, no not Bachman, we say Druckmann. And you shall laugh even longer and harder than when you saw Jennifer Lopez in Monster-in-Law. And now Eddie Druckmann